Hi students, my name is Akshay Kadolkar, and so this video lecture for BBA second sem. Okay, and dear students, I hope all of you safe in your home as well as you are following the rules and regulations of government of India for the COVID pandemic. Okay, so this lecture for the BBA second sem, and I'm deal you for the corporate accounting one. Okay, and today I'm going to start the first lectures on this corporate accounting one. And so in this lecture we will see the syllabus only. Okay, so this corporate accounting, actually this is the practical subjects, so some theory is there but more practical is there. Okay, and we will see this lecture. Now we will start the next slides, the syllabus. What you have the syllabus for this corporate accounting one. So there are 5 units are there. For first unit, valuation of goodwill and shares. Unit number 2, accounting for issue of shares. Unit number 3, profit prior to incorporate and after incorporation. Unit number 4, reconstruction. And unit number 5, company final accounts. Okay, so these are the 5 units are there for this corporate accounting one. Okay, so now we will see each units, which are those concepts are there, which are those contents are there in this each units. Okay, in the next slides, model number 1 or the unit number 1, valuation of goodwill and shares. Okay, so now see the what you have the concepts in the unit number 1, the meaning of goodwill. We will see what in by goodwill. So you know what in by goodwill, it is in the intangible assets, it is in the reputation of the company, or it's by the goodwill the company is getting the extra profit, and it's depend on the profit. Goodwill is depend on the profit. If it is profit is increased, then the goodwill also increase. If it is profit decrease, the goodwill also the decrease. It's depend on the profit of the company. Okay, so but goodwill it is in the reputation for the company. So we will see the features of the goodwill. The features means what? It is in the fix, it is in the intangible assets, it is a fix, it is fixed assets, it is inseparable assets, or it is depends on the profits. These are the features we will see. Next, factors affecting the value of goodwill. So factors means what? The nature of the business, location of the business, or skill of the management, etc. Like these factors are there. So we will see in the next class. Next, types of goodwills. There are two types of the goodwill. The there are two types of the goodwills, which are those two types: the purchase goodwill and the non-purchase goodwill. These are the two types. Next, methods of valuation of goodwill. There are three methods are there. So which are those? Average profit method, capitalization of average profit method, and last one, the third one is a super profit method. These are the valuation of these are the methods of valuation of a goodwill. Okay, so this is related to the goodwill. Okay, so in the next slide, just see valuation of shares under this first chapter only. Okay, so in this valuation of shares, we have to see the meaning of shares. You know the meaning of shares. So shares means what? The small part of the capital is nothing but what? The shares. Okay, so types of shares, there are two types of the shares. So which are those two types? The equity shares, the preference shares. Okay, so we will see the meaning of share, what in by equity shares, what in by preference shares. Okay, next, need for valuation of a shares. Why the need, why it's needed for the valuation of shares, why it's important for the valuation of shares. So we will see that, as well as we will see the methods of valuation of shares. There are three methods: the net assets method, yield and fair value methods. These are the three methods are there for the valuation of the shares. Okay, so we will see briefly in the lectures. Okay, so in the next slides, module number 2, accounting for issue of shares. So this is the second chapter, and it includes the meaning of joint stock company. So we will see the what is the meaning of joint stock company, or what is the meaning of company. So meaning of company means what? It is an artificial person, it is created by the law, it's having the separate entity with the perpetual action with a common seal. So this is the meaning of this is the meaning of the company. Okay, so we will see in the briefly. Next, features of joint stock company. what are the features of the company. So the features also the same. It is an the artificial person, it has the common sales, okay, it is the perpetual succession, okay. So these are the features of the joint stock company. Next, different phases of share capital. So there are so many share capitals are there. So phases of different share capital means authorized share capital. What do you mean authorized share capital? What do you mean by subscribed capital? What do you mean by issued capital? What do you mean by paid up capital? Like this, there are different phases are there. So we will see in the next in the lectures. Next, journal entries on issue at of shares at par, at premium, and at discount. Okay, so the company is issuing the shares to the public at par value, at premium value, at a discount value. Okay, so what is this we will see in the lecture. Next, forfeiture of the shares and reissue of shares at discount. So forfeiture of the shares, we will see the forfeiture of shares means what's the company the company is cancelling the rights of the shareholders for unable to pay the call up of the company. So this is the forfeiture of the shares. So in briefly we will see. Next, problems on over subscription and under subscription of shares. So the on this problem we have to solve. So these are the contents are this in this module number 2, which is the accounting for issue of shares. Okay, so in the next slides, module number 3, the profit prior to incorporate and after incorporation. Okay, so this is also this is very easy topic. So profit prior to incorporation and after incorporation, it means what? Suppose if your company started and after 6 months or after 8 months, if it is that company register, okay, and after 6 months whatever after the register, no, so it is nothing but the after incorporation. And after before incorporation whatever period is nothing but the prior incorporation. Okay, so suppose you started company today and and after 6 months you are going to register, then after registering period is nothing but the after incorporation, and before register whatever the 6 month is there is nothing but the profit prior to incorporation. Okay, so we will see the meaning and needs of the profit prior to incorporation, meaning of time ratio and sales ratio. For solution of the problem on this profit prior to incorporation, we have to ascertain the two ratios. Which are those two ratios? Time ratio and the sales ratio. Okay, so it's very easy. Next, procedures of preparing income statement in vertical format. Okay, so we have to prepare the income statement, it means for the profit and loss account we have to prepare in this topic. Okay, so it's very easy topic. Next, model number 4, reconstruction. So we have to see in this chapter meaning of reconstructions. Reconstruction means what's? Rearrange the affairs of the company. Internal is nothing but the internal reconstructions. Needs of internal reconstructions, why the internal reconstruction is needed, why its importance we will see. Types of reconstructions, we will see there are two types of the reconstructions: the internal reconstruction and the external reconstructions. Next, calculation of capital reduction, journal entries and balance sheets after reconstructions. So these are the things we will see in the model number 4. Okay, so in the next slides, in the last model number 5th, the company final account. Okay, so we will see the meaning of financial statement. You know the meaning of finance statement. Okay, so finance statement, it's showing the financial position of the business. Okay, so which are those things we have to prepare? The two accounts we have to prepare: the trading account as well as the profit and loss account, and one statement which is the balance sheet. Okay, so we will see the objectives of financial statements as well as preparation of final company final accounts in the prescribed format. It means what? We have to use the vertical format for this preparation of the financial statement. Okay, so these 5 units are theirs, and these all the practical oriented is there, and its syllabus is very easy. So journal entries, some journal entries we have to prepare. We have to prepare the balance sheets in a vertical format. Okay, so these are the so thank you all of you. Stay home and stay safe. Okay, so thank you. We will see in the next class.